shelves, Step Forward Lewis, and today is the posture class. So if you haven't already, get your socks off your feet. Let's feel free. I'm going to start by sitting on the floor, and you can have your legs crossed or your legs out in front, up to you, what position you feel comfortable with. I'm going to have my legs crossed. Just rest my hands with my palms up and close your eyes. And we're going to stay here for a minute and just take some deep breaths in and out. I'll indicate when the minute is up by counting down from 5. So now just close your eyes and just think and breathe in and out. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You can keep your eyes shut. Just turn your head to the right, to the center, to the left, to the center, to the right again, to the center, to the left, to the center. Look up, but don't make sure your head doesn't go all the way back. Chin to chest as you look down. Look up, look down. Come back to the center. Put your right hand on your left knee, left hand on the base of your back, sit tall, and just look over your left shoulder. Take a deep breath in and out. Come back to the center, and let's do the same on the other side. Come back to the center. Now raise your arms above your head, palms together, look up. We're doing a seated salute. Take a deep breath in and out. Now, hands back to the side, and we're going to lift our right arm up and stretch over, and feel that stretch in our obliques. Come back to the center. Now the other side. Come back to the center. Now connect your fingers, arms out in front, chin to chest. Deep breath in, and as you breathe out, bring those shoulders forward. So you feel that stretch all across your upper back muscles. Take a deep breath in, and again, out. Now bring those hands round to the base of your back. Connect your fingers from the back. Chest up, look forward, deep breath in and out. Let's do that one more time. Deep breath in and out. Now let's just roll our shoulders back and roll them forward. Arms again out in front, but this time we're going to roll our hands from the outside in. Now the other way. If you haven't already, put your legs out in front. What we're going to do is we're going to sit on our hands with the palms up on our thighs, and we're going to rock side to side. And we're going to now stretch our wrists. Let's just do that again. Just rock side to side. And now for you to come up Just sit on your heels, open your knees slightly. And what we're going to do is, if you can see, I'm going to put my knuckles, the bottom part, my fingers together. My elbows are bent. And I'm just going to lean in front of my knees, okay? My head down, I'm looking down. And then, so I'm breathing in. And as I breathe out, I'm going to straighten my elbows. And you can feel that stretch. If it's painful, don't go as hard, don't straighten your arms as much, okay? So bend your elbows and breathe in. And as you breathe out, straighten the elbows. Make sure you're comfortable to feel that stretch. Okay, let's just come back down. Let's just roll those wrists either way. And now what we're going to do is we're going to bring our thumbs together so they touch. So it's like this, level. This time, we're still, as you can see, my elbows are bent. We're going to go inside the knees. Okay, head down, breathe in. And again, as we breathe out, straighten the arms. I'm just going to do a side view just so you can see how far I'm in. Okay, and then as I breathe out, so down. Breathe in and breathe out. Okay, let's regroup, come back in, just roll those wrists. Now, again, you sit back on your heels, knees hip distance apart, arms up, elbows slightly bent, facing forward, and we're going to open our digestive system up. So deep breath in and out. Let's do that again. Deep breath in and out. Now we're going to go and lay on the floor and we're going to do the bridge. So if you haven't done the bridge with me before, lay back, heels close to your bum, knees hip distance apart, hands by the sides, palms on the floor, face up to the ceiling. And what we're going to do is lift our bum up and then down. So when you're ready, join me. Breathe in, come up. And then breathe out, come down. It's a very slow movement. Breathe in and breathe out. Let's do that 3 more times. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. And 1 more time. Breathe in and breathe out. Just bring those knees in, keep them hip distance apart and just roll side to side. Just give our back a little bit of a massage. Now, come back down, feet on the floor, but this time put the soles of your feet together and bring your knees out to the ground. Don't worry if you're like me where your knees are not touching the floor. Then arms either side with the palms up, face the ceiling. You look up, face up to the ceiling, close your eyes, and just connect with yourself from your core. And from here, I just want you to take 5 deep breaths in. Now bring the knees together, okay? Arms either side, shoulder length apart, over. Now put your face over to the right, your knees over to the left, and feel that stretch all down your back. Now very slowly move round to the other side. Come back to the center. Now stretch your arms over your head and your legs out. Feel that stretch from your fingertips all the way to your toes. Take a deep breath in and out. Now I want you to bring your left knee in, give yourself a hug, lift that right leg 1 inch off the floor and feel that stretch all the way down. Don't forget to take a deep breath in and out. Let's swap now, so we're going to hug our right knee and our left leg is 1 inch off the floor, and let's feel that stretch. Bring the other knee in, give yourself a little hug, rocking side to side, keeping those knees hip distance apart, just so we're giving our hips a stretch. Now lift your legs so your soles of your feet are facing the floor, your hands are behind your thighs, and what you're going to do is just roll your ankles. That's it. Now the other way. Bring the knees in, come down, and now we're going to come onto our front to do the ab stretch. So let's stretch along here. So you're going to lay on the front, come up on your elbows, chest up, face forwards, deep breath in and out. Deep breath in and out. Come up on our hands and knees. I just want you to go back and forwards, just stretching that back out. So don't sit on your heels, just as if you're going to. And back to the center. Now just go side to side with the hips. We're now going to do bird dog, and that's where we lift our left arm up and our right leg, and then we come in with our elbow to our knee. So it's very slow. We're going to breathe in and breathe out. Let's stay with this arm and leg. Let's do this another 2 times. One more time. Come back to the center and just go forwards and back again. Come back to the center, and now we'll do the opposite arm and leg. So when you're ready, right arm out, left leg out, elbow to knee. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. One more. Breathe in and breathe out. Come back to the center, go forward and back. And side to side with the hips. Just sit back for a minute and just roll those wrists. We have been doing quite a bit of work on them, even though it's been a short time. Okay, let's come back and let's stretch that spine for the cat-cow. So chin to chest, arch the spine as high as you can, deep breath in. And as we breathe out, chin out, bum out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Breathe in, toes together, knees apart, and as we breathe out, sit back, head on the floor, feel that stretch down your back, shoulder and arms, close your eyes. Now bring those hands round to the ankles. If you're not comfortable in this position, then keep your hands out in front. Close those eyes and let's from here just take 5 deep breaths in and out. And one more. Now come up, sit back on those heels, bring the arms up, bending the elbows slightly, facing forward. Let's open the digestive system. Deep breath in and out. Now let's go into the pigeon position. So we're going to bend our right leg in front of our body, left leg straight, come down on our elbows, look forward towards the ground. Take a deep breath in, and as we breathe out, we'll feel that stretch in our glutes on our right side. Let's swap. That's it, bring that left leg in, right leg straight at the mat, back. Deep breath in and out. Okay, let's come back on our hands and knees. And now we're going to stretch our hip flexors. So I want you to step forward on your right foot, left leg slightly back. As you can see, I'm at an angle, and this is the hip flexor we're going to stretch. Both hands on the front knee. Deep breath in and out. And as we're breathing out, you'll feel that stretch. Shouldn't be painful at any time. Now we're going to bring our hands either side of our front foot, and we're going to bring that back knee up, and we're going to go forward and back on that back foot. And here we're stretching our hamstring and the 2 calf muscles in our back leg. We're now going to walk round into the centre, keep our back legs wide, and we're going to put our head in between our shoulders, and this is the triangle pose. And we're going to feel that stretch down the backs of our legs and our back itself. Take a deep breath here and out. Now we're going to walk round to the other side, stay up on our back toes, and again now we're going to stretch our hamstring and the 2 calf muscles on that back leg. Drop the back knee. Remember, we're going to stretch the hip flexor, both hands on the front knee, face forwards, and deep breath in. And as we breathe out, lean forward. That's it. Now put the hands down, and we're going to go back into a triangle pose. Head in between the shoulders, deep breath in and out. Now heel toe, come in, but stay halfway down. Dangle like a ragdoll with those arms. Keep your head in between your shoulders. And very, very slowly come up. Don't want you getting dizzy. Roll those shoulders back. Roll those shoulders forward. Okay, and now from here, I want you to open your hips. The hands on your hips, and lift the right knee up and go towards the side. That's it. Let's do that one more either side. That's it. Now, just to loosen you up, especially lower back, you might be feeling it a bit. Let's just do some hip circles. And the other side. Okay, come back to the centre, and now we're going to do some side lunges because we do need to stretch the inside muscles of our thighs. So let's just take a giant step to the side, and just to give us an extra stretch, let's put our elbow on that bent knee, lift our left arm up, look up towards our hands, and let's feel that stretch across our chest. Come up to the centre, and let's stretch to the other side with our leg, drop to our elbow, Right hand up, that's it, look up to hand, feel that stretch. Come back to the centre, heel toe, that's it. Now we're going to do forward bends. So arms out to the side, make sure your feet are hip distance apart. I just want you to forward, but just go as far as your hips. Breathe in and breathe out. Let's do this 2 more times. Breathe in and breathe out. 1 more time. Breathe in and breathe out. Now I want us to do the salute, standing salute. So let's bring our arms up, palms together. Look up to those palms. Take a deep breath in and out. Feel that stretch all along your body. Deep breath in and out. Okay, bring those arms down and just, well, separate the hands, arms still up. And let's just lean to the sides. Come back to the center. Lean to the other side. Come back to the center. Bring those arms down. Let's just roll those shoulders. That's it. Let's just give our legs a shake as well. Shake legs and arms. Now, left hand on top of your head. And just lean to one side. And let's just feel a little stretch in our neck. Come back to the center, swap hands to the other side, lean, come back to the center. Now I just want you to do some shoulder rolls. And let's just do a standing cat-cow, because you've been working at your desk for the past couple of hours. So for those that haven't, I'm just going to give you a side view. So I'll hunch my shoulders over, chin to chest, deep breath in. And out, chest out, arms out. We'll do it from the front now. Deep breath in and out. So we're ready. Join me, we'll do 3 of these together. So deep breath in and out. Deep breath in and out. 1 more time. Deep breath in and out. Okay, so now let's just roll the shoulders back. Roll the shoulders forward. Just go side to side. Just want you to loosen those obliques. Again, let's just circle those hips, extend down this afternoon, and the other side. Again, right foot out, I want you to circle out to in, now the other way. Foot down, other side, and the other way. Come back down, arms out again, always look after ourselves, and the other way. Hands on the hips, we're now going to do half head rolls. So watch me first if you haven't done this with me before. So we're going to roll to the right, roll to the left. Very slow movements. If you join me now, roll to the right, roll to the left. Come back to the center, and now we're going to do 2 big deep breaths in. So deep breath in and out. 1 more, deep breath in and out. And that's it, well done. If you can make sure you take some water or fluid after this session, especially if you didn't take any during the class. And throughout the rest of the day, just keep drinking, sipping, don't gulp. It's important that you stay hydrated. And hopefully you feel super stretched and raring to go. See you next time.